Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back. I feel like whenever I have like a pile of stuff in my arms, you should probably already know what I'm gonna be talking about in the video, and you'll know obviously if you like read the title, but in case any of that eluded you, or if you don't know, I am going to be talking about everything that I made in the past few months. More specifically, everything from the beginning of May to the end of July. I'm going to start with the accessories. So the first thing I want to talk about is this bag right here. It's a belt bag, otherwise known as like a fanny pack. There are like a lot of names for this, but I just call it a belt bag. It's the cat belt bag that I made inspired by something that Media wore in Buddy Daddies, and I actually went and I added on this little face because my mom asked for it, but it's quite cute. I stuffed the ears with like scrap yarn, and the inside is lined with like this cute black and white gingham. And if you like don't line your crochet bags, I highly recommend doing it. It's worth it. It does take a while, but it's definitely worth it, and you can do it without a sewing machine, so you don't need one. But yeah, first thing is this cute little belt bag. Second is this whip that I've had for so long, like for like literally like I think like 1 year or something like that, but it's this stuck bag right here. It's pretty cute. I used like this really furry yarn for the base of it, and then the face is just regular like acrylic and cotton, and then I also made it with an adjustable strap so I can make it like shorter or longer, whatever. And I don't know if this is actually 100% finished. I will probably add like little arms on the side and like maybe feet. The only issue is that I want to make the feet using this yellow cotton, but I don't have any more, so I might go to Joann's and like just buy one skein that I think usually costs like $2 or something, but we shall see. So cute too. I don't know why, I just recently haven't had like the want to finish this duck, but at least they're 99% finished, you know. Next up is this bag. It's my garden messenger bag. It has this front part right here with bows as the closure. And then the most important part in my opinion is this side pocket right here that has like these flowers growing out of it, and the pocket is actually fully functional. You can put like your phone or like pens in here. You can also put like one of those like plastic water bottles. If you have like a huge water bottle, it probably won't fit in here unless you make yours bigger. I made mine smaller than like your normal messenger bag, so I think this one's like 13 or 12 inches across. Not entirely sure, I don't really remember. It also has this adjustable strap, and if you undo the bows at the very front, the inside is quite spacious, I would say. And I used this really cute like floral lining for it. But yeah, this is out. I'm really thankful for all the love that I've gotten for this design. I didn't think it would be that loved, but you know, this is a good thing. I'm really happy that y'all like it. The last accessory that I have to show you all are these leg warmers. It's pretty normal, pretty basic, not much to talk about. I have one with bows on it and then one without bows. I only put bows on this one right here because I wasn't sure if I liked the look of it, but then I wore it like and styled it like with other things, and then I actually did like the bows, but I haven't put it on this side yet. But in general, I do like the like mismatched kind of like look, like the asymmetrical look, so I probably won't put bows on this anyway. Quite cute. I might make a tutorial for this. If you all like really want one, just let me know like in the comments, because tutorials usually take a lot longer to like make and edit, in my opinion at least, for myself. I don't really want to like make one if not too many people actually want a tutorial. But yeah, just let me know and then I might make one. Alright, so next up I want to talk about all the tops that I made. So the first one that I want to show you all is this one right here. So cute. It's the Harriet cardigan by Yala Stitched. It has these Peter Pan collar, one that's like larger than the other, and a bow on the front, puff sleeves, frills at the end. I love this so much. This green color is a new color that I worked with. Like, I haven't worked with this type of green in the past. Usually I work with like a more subtle green or like a khaki with like, you know, like a grayish brown green or a darker green, but this is the first time I ever worked with like such a light green, like this apple green, and I love it so much. But the issue that I ran into after I was done making this was the fact that I accidentally made it too cropped. So it's like, I think when I remeasured it, it was like 14 inches or like 13.5, which is pretty cropped on me. It's like literally right here. And then like I would prefer it if it was like this long, so like 3 or 2 inches longer. And it's so weird because I tried this on and I like measured it while I was making it, but then somehow it like shrunk in like length. I don't even know how that happened, but it happened. So I haven't worn it out because of that, because I don't prefer wearing things that are like super cropped. I prefer if it's just like normal cropped or like longer than that. So I'm gonna have to undo this bow and then undo this front button placket area as well as the bottom, and then I'll probably just work straight from the bottom of this top because the fit of it is like perfect except for the length. The only issue is that because this top itself is made from the bottom up, the stitch will look slightly different since I'm basically flipping it over, but I don't think it will be very noticeable, or like I don't think it will look bad, to be honest. And you probably won't notice it anyway unless you look at the top like super closely, and like who's gonna be looking at me super closely? Like if somebody does that's gonna make me really uncomfortable because I like my personal space, so that's not gonna happen because I'm not gonna let people do that. Next up is this top. It's called the Celine top by Moon & Bailey's. It's so gorgeous. It's like a more of a vintage style top, vintage inspired top, and I just wanted to show you up close the look of these stitches. I actually originally made this into a short sleeve because I wanted to wear it more in like warmer weather, but then after looking at some of Bree's testers who made the long sleeve version, I like really fell in love with the long sleeve version. I just thought it looked so cute, like so much cuter. So I went and I got more yarn because I ran out of yarn to like make it into a long sleeve version, and I ended up making this out of like 4 different dye lots. So it was literally like 4 different colors of brown, and it just bothered me so much, so I went and I bought like dark brown dye and I just dyed it like a darker brown shade, and now it's like basically the same color. I don't know if you can tell, but the colors are a little bit marbled, so like a little bit variegated. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation of that word, but I think it actually looks quite good. I think it's actually really pretty, and I didn't expect it to have this sort of like mottled, marbled brown color, but it looks really good. It looks really nice, and this fits almost like a glove. I accidentally made this waist part a little bit too big for my own waist, but that's okay. It doesn't really bother me, and the pattern is available, and you can find the link to it like in my description box. So yeah, if you're interested, I highly recommend it. It's very worth it, and this will be like a really nice like fall top. So next up is this one. This is my most recent pattern test, I believe. It's a Gardens Bookmark by Softly Made Cottage. The stitches, honestly guys, oh my gosh, they're so pretty. And like one of them looks like a 4-petal like flower. I don't know if you can tell, but it's so pretty. I like these puff sleeves, and I like the little frill at the bottom, and you can actually pull to cinch in the bottom a little bit. Now I made a mistake. I also made this one like too cropped. I'm probably going to have to undo the entire thing, and I mean, like, I think I would prefer that anyway because I kind of made this too form-fitting. Like, I would prefer if this top was like a little bit more oversized, so I'll probably add like a few more inches on the side over here to make it fit me better. But yeah, that's the plan. So next, I'm going to be showing all the tops that I made using my own designs. First off are these milkmaid tops. I made two. This was my first sample. This is my second sample. I made a second sample because there were some parts of the first sample that didn't work out and that I didn't like. So in the end, I'll probably unravel this and either remake it or just use the yarn for something else. But it's pretty cute in my opinion. Like I said, it's inspired by milkmaid tops, which are pretty popular right now, but I've always liked that sort of like cottagey, like coquettish style. I don't actually really know what category it is, but I've always liked that style, so I really wanted to make something like this. This version has like this open front fold over part, as well as the split on the very bottom, and then these scallops on either side of the pin tucks. And it also has ties in the back because, like I said, this is my first sample. It is not perfect and it does have issues, and I ended up making the sleeves in a way that didn't fit very well, so that they always like fall off my shoulder. And then also this bust part right here, I made the panel way too long. Like it should really be like right here, but when I was like measuring this and like trying to make calculations and stuff, it just didn't work out. But that's okay. And then I made the second sample, which worked out way better and fits way better. And I also made some like adjustments to the style. And a lot of y'all asked when I posted this one if I'll also include in my pattern the elements that aren't included on the second sample that were included in the first sample. And yes, I will. There will be like two options for this front part right here. So this one is ruched and completely closed. The other one is open and has a fold over. That is one option. Another main thing is the fact that this doesn't have the scallops on the sides of it because I ran out of this yarn. I didn't think I had enough to finish it, so I didn't include it. So it will also include instructions for that. And then some of y'all also asked about the bottom part, if it will have that like open split hem instead of just like a closed one that fits and flares to cover your hips. So yeah, I will have multiple options in this pattern. I know everybody has different preferences and they have different aesthetics and they would like different sorts of like options. I just made this one a bit different because I wanted to try out something different while also fixing a lot of the parts that I didn't like in the first one. So now the sleeves no longer fall off my shoulders, a very good thing. And then the bust part is actually as long as it should be. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this one and it's so cute and I really love it. And next up I have this one right here. It's called the demi-lune top. I duplicate stitched this Chinese moon moth on the front, and it's basically this just like really basic looking tank, but then when you go to the back, it has this half moon cut out on the back, which is why it's called demi-lune, because it's like a semi-moon, half moon. So yeah. Alright, and last but not least is my Nana skirt. And this I filmed a whole crochet with me video, so if you want a more detailed sort of idea of how I made this or whatever, you can go ahead and watch that. But it features this drawstring waist, this asymmetrical ruching at the front that you can actually undo. You can also flip the skirt around and just wear it like this. And then it has lace right before the pleats. And then of course these pleats, which are like the main thing about this skirt, are the pleats, as well as the lace on the very bottom. And I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I'm quite happy with the draping and everything, and like the little lace on the very bottom, and it fits really well and it does stay up. I made this waist like 4 inches bigger than my actual waist so that I could pull it up over my hips, but with the drawstring it actually stays put like pretty well. I love this one so much, guys. I really do. This is probably maybe perhaps my favorite out of everything that I made recently, but you know, I have many favorites and my favorites do change on a daily basis, but I really like wearing crocheted bottoms. Like I wore my Lucia skirt probably like more than like all the other things that I've ever made. I think it's the Lucia skirt and then my palmier sleeves. Those are the two things that I've worn the most out of everything else that I like ever made I just really like crocheted bottoms, and I also really like outerwear too, but this one is my new favorite and I'm definitely going to be wearing this Nana skirt a lot. But yeah, that was everything that I made from the beginning of May all the way up until now. So if you stuck around and you watched all the way through this entire video, thank you so much for watching it all. That means a lot to me because I do ramble sometimes, so I'm always really surprised if like some people really do watch like the entire thing straight through. But if you skipped through or you only watched like a little bit or like a tiny clip of it or whatever, I'm also really thankful for that as well. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.